Welcome, you join me today in the historic city of Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. We start our tour overlooking the Great Tyne Bridge. The swing bridge stands on the site of the 13th century medieval bridge with its shops and houses and look very similar to London Bridge. Timbers recovered from the river and carbon-14 have given a date to the early Roman period, so this is possibly where the Roman bridge stood over the river. It appears the first plan for Hadrian's Wall finished the wall at this point here from the bridge and then running up the steep embankment. Today we have to walk up these steep stairs to reach the 13th century castle walls of the medieval city. During its construction, Hadrian's Wall was extended along the side of the River Tyne as far as what is now Wall's End, and a fort there was built known to the Romans as Segedunum. Now we finally approach the medieval walls and the site of Newcastle Castle, which gives the town its name. Sadly, this part of Newcastle today is sadly neglected with vandalism and litter, but hopefully things will change as funding becomes available. At this point we get our first view of the keep. Built in 1175, it replaced an earlier earth and timber motte and bailey. The Black Gate was built slightly later in 1247 and formed the entrance to the castle. It was at this time that the notorious William Heron created the Heron Pit, as it became known, a notorious airless dungeon with no light to throw in debtors or people who opposed his authority. He finally died in 1258, much to everyone's relief. The Black Gate has been much altered down the years, but the original guard towers at the bottom still retain their original features from the time of building in the 13th century. Travelling back in time, we find the remains of the tower of an Anglo-Saxon chapel beneath the railway viaduct. Over 600 burials are recorded going along with this particular church. When the castle was built, it may have become the garrison chapel. Post-Roman name for this place may have been Monkchester, according to Simeon of Durham in his chronicles. So now we move back in time again, and highlighted in the floor of the viaducts are these cobblestones marking out the line of one of the Roman granaries. These buildings were normally 2 stories and supported a lot of weight, hence the buttressed walls, which make the granaries easy to pick out on any Roman site. Only fragments of the headquarters building, granaries and commanding officer's house have been excavated due to the nature of the site. The topography of the site may have meant that the fort wasn't the regular playing card shape that we come to expect from forts of this period. Sections of the southern ditch of the fort have been discovered underneath the high-level viaduct in the background. A replica of a Roman altar found in the River Tyne in the Victorian period stands outside the castle. These 2 altars are now in the Great North Hancock Museum, and they've been illuminated by the museum to give an indication of what they looked like when new. They were dedicated by the 6th Legion, who'd probably just arrived from the Rhinelands to take up a position building Hadrian's Wall in AD 122. The fort was a very late addition to Hadrian's Wall, and it's believed to date from the late 2nd or early 3rd century, possibly to replace a now lost fort on the south side of the river defending the bridge. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to help me create more content on our channel.